not only that, we can talk about the AFC and the NFC, but one thing we also enjoy is the shows that talk about him.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of reshuffling as well. We saw last year a lot of the just the overall shows, the Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night football games getting repositioned. But this time around, we got First Take getting repositioned. We have Undisputed getting repositioned. We saw Shannon Sharpe leave FS1, go to ESPN, join First Take with Stephen A. Smith. And then on the other side, Skip Bayless finding his new talent, the Richard Shermans of the world, taking Keyshawn Johnson from the ESPN world as well. So a lot of reshuffling just in the sports show world as well.
Yeah, and I like it. As far as Undisputed, I think what Skip Bayless is doing, he's taking a little bit of a step back. He's in a little bit more of a moderator position now on the show. And I think it's a little bit more similar to Cold Pizza, which was his first show before First Take. And then he went and got Stephen A. Smith. But now he brings in Michael Irvin, and ESPN basically kicked him out because he had a bogus lawsuit against him. So everyone was like kind of iffy on Michael Irvin. Skip Bayless fought for him, fought for Richard Sherman, who's someone he went toe to toe with on First Take and had one of the most viral moments in sports television history. Goes out there and gets Keyshawn Johnson, who's a fine commentator. I liked him and Max Kellerman in the morning there with ESPN. So I think that's a really good bounce back from a show that was dynamic with Skip and Shannon Sharpe going back and forth, kind of bringing in all this new talent. It was great seeing Rachel Nichols back. Definitely a queen there, kind of the Lola Bunny of sports commentating. And then, just all this talent coming over to FS1 and then ESPN. My theory is Stephen A is setting up his departure in the next few years. I'm not saying it's soon, but he mentioned on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast that they did together, kind of hyping up Today, which is their first time doing a show together, is he's like, hey man, I want someone to be able to take the reins from me when eventually I step away. And I think Shannon Sharpe is younger, has the energy to clearly do this for another 10 to 15 years. So I think Shannon Sharpe could eventually become the face of First Take and ESPN, where he kind of cycles through and debates those people. And I think him and Stephen A are going to be fireworks, because when they did their podcast, they did the typical Jordan and LeBron debate. Stephen A wiped the floor with him. Like, it wasn't even close. And then Stephen A was like, all right, just going to let you rant. Then I'm going to sit back and be like, okay, are you finished? Now here's my argument.
Love it.
And it worked.